Hello to everybody that's joining in. I wasn't planning on jumping on here like this. It was just going to be a silent bison watch. But I just dropped a video, or a short, I guess. And I got something I want to show you while we're here. I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not. Try to zoom in. I don't know if it'll let me. I don't know if that's showing up or not. The lighting, it's hard to tell. Those are sandhill cranes. There we go. I know they're on there now. I can see them. All right, go back to the bison now. Hey, Aussie. Yeah, it's gone. Here in the next couple of days, we're probably going to get some more winter weather. Ice and snow. Might get interesting. We'll see. Hey, Alaskan Assassin, how's it going? As well as can be expected. Trying to get back into the swing of things. Kind of windy out today. Sorry about that. You bison are trying to figure out who I'm talking to. There's 7 bison in this herd. You can see the youngest one there to the right of your screen. I think it should be on the right of your screen. I was just born this spring, so they try not to let the herd get too big. They're in a 20-acre enclosure. Yeah, they can be pretty docile. They don't get too excited about things. Temperature changes. That's when you see them get really active and kick up their feet and run. Rain and snow, things like that gets them excited. Thank you, Aussie. Yeah, I can kind of give you a different vantage point since they don't move around a lot. Oh, there's 5 of them grouped together here. And then if I pan the camera farther to the right, try not to make you sick. There's another big male right there, a bull. We can get up and close with him. He's coming right up to the fence. Give me a second. This is one of the dominant bulls. Yeah, they're neat animals. Sorry about moving you around so much. Then off in the distance, you can see the other dominant bull. Go back to the main body of the herd here. I just thought I'd give you an up close. Yeah, I'm with them almost every day. Trying to get back in shape after my surgery, so I come out for walks. Yeah, thanks to everybody joining in. Crazy Fire from India, and we have an Australian in here, Aussie, and we have Alaska Assassin from the great state of Alaska. And I'm in Indiana. Oh yeah, I just had an appointment yesterday, and the doctor was pretty happy with the way things were going, so looking good. Hello, gentleman prospector. Thanks, Aussie. Crazy Fire, if you're talking to me, I go by a lot of different names. Old School works just fine. Hello, P&J. Hey Jen, how's it going? Can't be late to something that wasn't even scheduled. I don't do a lot of talking, Jen. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a pond over there that they're headed towards. In the summertime, when it's really hot, they'll get down inside that pond. That's pretty neat to see. You don't see it very often. I'm gonna move here, see if I can get a little bit better angle for you. Bear with me. Yeah, kind of crazy. Aussie, I didn't plan on it. Just felt right at the time. I did a test live the other week. I don't know that any of this will be published or not, other than just live at the time. So we'll see how I feel about it later. Hey Lynn, how's it going? Yeah, we'll give you up close on this bull over here. There, is that close enough for you? Yeah, Jen had asked about getting real close, up close to him. This is as close as I can get. This is a double fence, and it's about 8 feet tall. When I was a kid, they had white-tailed deer in this enclosure. But the funny thing was, there was more whitetails on the outside than there were on the inside. So they finally released them. That was probably in the early to mid 80s. I can't give you the exact ages. There's one that's probably 9 to 10 months old. I'll give you a shot of that one here in a second over by the pond. So if you see that smaller bison there, that's only 9 or 10 months old. There's another one in here that's would be from the previous year. That's a big old bull right there, one of the dominants. We'll get back to our close-up. No, they don't harvest these. It's not a ranch situation. Back when my dad was a kid, this site, I'm in a state park, so it's managed by the Department of Natural Resources, and it was developed by the CCC, which was a Civilian Conservation Corps after the Depression, to get people back to work. And they turned it into a game research and breeding facility. So they had all kinds of animals back in the day, in the 40s and 50s, when my dad was a kid. So they had bobcats and mountain lions and a lot of game birds and things like that. And this is the only thing that remains from it. There's just over 1,000 acres in this park. I think he might be getting a little annoyed with me. I'll reach in there and grab some fur if it's with your hand. So in the springtime they shed, and a lot of times you can find their wool. They refer to it as wool. You can find it in the fence. And sometimes you can collect quite a bit of it. It's super warm. Thanks, P&J. Throughout the state, there's a lot of different herds in response to Aussie. At one time, I had a cousin that actually had a herd. He had, I believe it was 15 at the time. He ended up selling his herd off. In the extreme northern part of the state, there's also a herd up there called Wild Winds Buffalo Preserve, and they have like a bed and breakfast and a lot of different things they do there. I'm not sure the size of that herd. And then just outside of town, there used to be a gentleman that had, I think he had 3 or 4. So they're not extremely rare here. That's a little bit breezy today. I didn't know how the wind would be. If I move around to this where the massive other animals are, I can probably get you a close-up of a lot of them at one time. So I'm gonna move here, so hang on with me. Jen, they do bring hay out, and I think they give them some supplements, but they don't give them very much. They're pretty independent. They don't need a lot. Sorry, it's going to get a little shaky here. I'm trying to do the best I can. Jen, if they get used to you, I mean, they're just a bovine like a cow. So I'm sure you could develop a relationship with them. I do have a short video out where I called to the calf, and it responded to me. They're not real vocal though. Yeah, it doesn't seem like much of a fence. They could do a lot of damage to it if they wanted to. I think most people respect them enough not to agitate them, so it's not a problem. Try not to shake you around too much. Moving as fast as I can here. We're coming up on a structure here in the corner of their enclosure. This is where they can isolate them if they need to load them onto a truck, or to do vaccinations and things like that, checkups. So this is that area right here. So we're rounding the corner and headed up to this small group here. Get a little bit of a trail hike with me as we're doing this. This trail that goes around the outside of the enclosure is a mile or thereabouts. There's 5 major trails inside this park. The one trail pretty much runs the perimeter, and it's like 6 miles. Yeah, Jen, that's it's kind of a sore point with me. I don't mind people with dogs and stuff, but they people are really bad about not picking up after them. Kind of annoying to me. So this is a calf from this year. And then this is a previous year. So these are the two youngest in the herd. They all kind of have their own personality too. When they're first born, they're real protective of the calf. So now this calf's getting old enough that they pretty much give it free range. They don't stand in between you and the calf anymore, and they wouldn't even let it get close to the fence when it's first born. So get you some more up close shots here. This is the one that gets kind of sassy with me sometimes. There you go. Right on cue. Yeah, not bad for a Walmart burner phone. See if we can get up close on this little calf here. Just for a minute, I guess. And this bison here that's closest to me on the front of the hump, you can kind of see the blondish colored wool there. That'll be separating. Some of it looks pretty loose now. The temperature is probably in the low to mid 30s. Yeah, Paul, through the week, there's not a lot of people out here, so it kind of have the place to yourself. Yeah, it is a nice day. Really nice day. This is where I do most of my filming lately. The river's not too far from here either. Thanks for the conversion, Aussie. Metric's not my thing. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear the traffic in the background. Sometimes you can hear the train. There's a road not too far from here either. Yeah, Paula, they just fired up a piece of equipment, so you're probably going to start hearing that here in a second. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to stay on here. see where Alaska the Assassin's taking off. Sorry, I got a glare on my phone. I can't really see. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, it's been pretty overcast here today too. Here we go. Check this out. I'll try to zoom in on them. Sorry about the moving around. All took off on me. Hello, Daryl. Well, I'm gonna get on this trail here a little bit since they all took off and left me. I'll show you a little bit of the pond on my way around. Hey, Alone, how's it going? Good to have you on. Just doing a little bit with a bison. You just missed them. They all took off on me. Do a little bit of a trail walk and I'll show you the outside of their enclosure. And a little bit of the pond. Like I said earlier, in the summertime when it's really, really hot, they'll get down inside the pond. But you don't see that very often. I'm not going to be on here too much longer. I've been on here almost an hour now. So this is the pond inside their enclosure. So for everybody that wasn't on here earlier, it's a 20-acre enclosure. They actually have a divide inside this enclosure where they can have two different areas. They're headed up towards the front right now of the enclosure to the other part. I think they may be bringing some hay or some treats out to them, which I've never really seen them do. They're sure curious about something way out there. I won't be able to catch up to them. They can, it's another fun fact, they can run up to 35 miles an hour. So, and for considerable length of time too. That's not just short bursts. They can run, I think, at full speed for short distance, like 40 miles an hour. But sustained for like 35 miles an hour. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure the actual size of the pond. It's not real big, but it's enough to meet their needs. They drink between 20 and 30 gallons a day. But sometimes they can go several days without consuming any water. A lot of it has to do with the temperature outside and the vegetation that's available to them, and get a lot of moisture from what they eat. Yeah, out of all the state parks I've been to within the state and even over into Ohio, this is one of the nicest parks there is around. This is more of the woodlands area that they come to, and they kind of have a daily route that they take. You can see the trail worn, the path that they take around the outside of the enclosure every day. But this is the wooded area. Yeah, Lone, we just it wasn't that long ago. Actually, some of the trails inside of the wooded areas, there's still some snow. It's just because it's shaded. But it doesn't take long here for the snow to go away. Well, these guys are just running everywhere. I know you guys can't see it, but they are really fired up. But they have a piece of equipment inside their enclosure right now too. If you guys can see that. I'm sure that has a lot to do with it. Can't really see a lot of your comments right now between the glare on the sun and trying to get up to the front of the enclosure. When I get up that way, I'll hopefully be able to show you a little bit of the fire tower that I filmed from too. Gotta have your coffee. The world doesn't function without coffee, does it? We used to come here and camp a lot when I was a kid. Spent a lot of summers in this park. All right, so getting closer to the front of the enclosure, and I've been on here an hour. So what I'm going to do is show you the bison and the fire tower all in one shot, and then I'm going to close it out. If I can find it with my camera. There we go. So there's the fire tower in the background. Might be a little grainy because I'm zoomed in. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining in. I gotta figure out how to shut this thing off now. Thanks for tuning in.